I'm gonna pass this over. Yeah, she is microchipped. I'll give her that.
When was that done?
A while ago.
The Articles of Incorporation date back to 1925. We've been in this facility since 1978. Originally, funds were raised and the building was built to house approximately 25 cats and 25 dogs. When the building was designed, it was designed like any building where it had not just space for the animal housing, but also space for the people. Office space, meeting space, break space. And the way that we've accommodated that volume of animal increase over the last 20 years is we've taken all that human space and we've turned it into animal housing space.
This room actually used to be a kitchen, a staff break area for our staff in the late 90s. The more cats that we got in, we needed more space for them to occupy, so instead of having it be a staff break area, it turned into another cat area. This is what we most likely call it is our garage. It is our storage area, it is our staff break area. This is probably one of the coldest areas in the shelter, and a lot of it is because of the back door. People are constantly going in and out of the back door, so you're just pushing in all that cold air. This is our dish room. We have a sink in here and we wash all the dishes from the cages that get cleaned every single day by our staff and our volunteers. You know, we take up every inch of space that we have for the animals. We have cats in here. We actually do have a dog that lives in here. This is our isolation trailer, which is our intake area for any cat that comes into us. Our cat population has just increased, therefore, to take care of them, putting up more cages, taking up the floor space, taking up the counter space, and taking up an office that wasn't being used on a day-to-day basis.
We have outgrown this probably 10, 15 years ago, and they utilize every bit of space.
One of the challenges is it's not the most efficient way to care for them, so sometimes it'll take a little bit longer than it would, and even sometimes even be a little bit more expensive than it would because it's not an area that was designed to do what we're doing with it. In 2007, we went through the process of figuring out with an architect exactly what we would want to put in a new building, and even more exciting, a big part of that was figuring out how we can take what we currently already have been given towards the project, and instead of just having to wait until we have everything, be able to use that right away. And the situation that we have, which is a daily problem around here, that could be alleviated immediately. With great effort and generous support, we already have $1.2 million towards the entire project, which we estimate to be approximately $3 million. Now we're at such an exciting point because we're in the project. We've broken ground, work is being done, phase 1 is being built, and we will be able to use that immediately. If we only have enough to build phase 1, we'll have to operate this current facility and the adoption center at the same time. With your help, ultimately the goal is to get the additional $1.8 million while we're building the phase 1 so that we could just keep on going with the project and get everything under one roof. One of the greatest things that we suffer in the current facility is average stay time for the animal ends up being a lot longer versus what we'd be able to do in a facility that was actually built to handle a larger volume of people and animals. The time and effort that goes into making sure that the dogs are in a good situation and are well socialized, there's a whole lot of effort that goes into that. If in a new building we were able to cut that time in half, obviously for that individual dog or cat, it would be an improvement that you're talking 2 months sooner into homes. That's amazing.
One of the struggles that we have right now is with the colder weather, we have no place for dog meetings. When people come to meet a dog in inclement weather, we have no place to really go here. So it'll just be a godsend, really. It will help the animals so much.
We have the animals. The animals are well cared for. We can't get the people to the animals, and it's so important to be able to get the people to the animals for adoption, for volunteering, for everything. And being able to do that in the new building, we'd be able to bring the people to the animals and make that experience better for both. You really can't separate that. It's not only wonderful for the animal, it's wonderful for the person. It's not just difficult for adopters to be able to meet with animals. It's difficult for volunteers. Doing the work that they do isn't just challenging, it's where they do it that's challenging. The fact that we have volunteers that come in and do it in that environment is amazing, but the frustrating part with that is we end up turning volunteers away because there isn't space to do what they would like to do with the animals in this facility. Action is happening, things are changing, but we need your help. We can build the entire structure, put everything under one roof, but we need the rest of the community to get behind us and support the rest of the project.
As fewer and fewer shelters take in stray animals, we need to have our shelter be bigger and better, and that's what we're hoping for with our new building. I'm just so excited. I have to say, I didn't think I was going to live long enough to see that building. I am.